Your out-the-door forecast this morning, Jed.
Okay, got that fog. That's one of the stories here, guys. Good morning to you. Fog is the story out the door this morning. This is our Mathis cam right now. Hannah's got you up to date on that traffic, so we'll keep you up to date with that as well. There have been a few accidents due to the fog, so watch out for that this morning. Foggy conditions. We're 54 right now. We've really jumped up here overnight, and we'll be in the 60s going into this afternoon. Afternoon looks kind of stormy. We'll have some rain, some storms around for a while going into the early mid-afternoon hours. Those storms start shifting off to the east, but be prepared for a few storms around. Windy conditions on the way, and 66 here headed home later today. Here's the latest update on the visibilities right now. There is a new dense fog advisory that does cover much of southwest Oklahoma, extending here up into the central northern parts, where there are some spots now, including Oklahoma City, down less than a quarter of a mile. So from Lawton, OKC, up to Stillwater, that's where the thickest fog is right now. This fog is on the move, and it will start lifting to the north as we go through the morning. But for right now, watch it going out the door this morning. Right now, the view on radar, really at this point, pretty good. There are some showers now forming up out in western parts of Oklahoma. That's part of a bigger system that's now moving through the Rockies. This is going to dump some heavy snowfall through the Rockies, the northern plains, and also big ice situation. Ice storm warning now from Omaha to just south of Minneapolis. That's going to be the big story up that way. Right here, we're talking storms and severe weather. Here comes that cold front blowing in with that storm system moving in. As it moves across, watch for rain and some storms to develop about 1 o'clock today. Here in central Oklahoma, you see those there. Then those start to shift off to the east going into the afternoon. By evening time, they'll be in the far east part of the state. This is a powerful storm, whipping the winds, wind shear, strong push of Gulf moisture coming up out ahead of that cold front. So we've got to watch these storms pretty closely because there is a risk for severe weather really along I-35 area on to the east. And the further east these storms go, they'll get into better shear and also some better moisture. And a lot of things going on to where the tornado threat looks a bit higher in the eastern portion of the state. There'll be a low threat, and the storms will spin here in central Oklahoma into the east, where there'll be that tornado threat going up. There may be an isolated bigger tornado, large tornado possible, especially in southeast Oklahoma. That's the area we're watching most closely here coming up for today. Hail, quarter size to golf ball size, and then some wind, 65 plus, especially as you go into east Oklahoma where those winds look to be a bit stronger. We're monitoring that. Our trackers are ready to go, and we'll keep you up to date as we go through the day today. If you're new to Oklahoma, just have your News 9 weather app open. Go to your phone and download that app if you don't have it already. News 9 weather app. Get that app, and it's a great app to have. It'll give you the push alerts, keeping you up to date as these storms develop. Here on News 9, we'll keep you up to date with our trackers as well as the storms move in. 56 southeast winds at 15 miles per hour. Wind chill not a factor right now, but it is a cool start. We'll start in the 50s here this morning. Some fog. That fog clears out, and then here comes the rain chances. 20% at 10. 40% by noon. We'll climb it close to 70% by 2 o'clock today. That's when it will be at its max. And then by 4 o'clock on, those storms should be off to the east of Oklahoma City. 30s, 40s, 50s, and 60s. Mild start. That Gulf air is riding north as that warm front is going to keep pushing to the north. You see where the warm front has been. Still cool up in northwest Oklahoma, but these temperatures through central, southern, and eastern parts of Oklahoma, about 15 to almost 20 degrees above where we were this time yesterday. It's 28 degrees warmer up near Nowata. Let's check your temps today. 50s, low 60s northwest, most spots 60s and 70s south of that warm front. We're going to see some storms with these areas of rain that move in here later today. Watch for the lightning to kick in by mid-afternoon. Watch for those storms to slide in. By 4 o'clock, those storms should be the east of Oklahoma City and then sliding on off, and they'll move on to the east. Again, a few of these storms could rotate, so we'll monitor that as well. The rotating storms possible late afternoon today as those start to shift off to the east. The better threat for severe weather will shift into the east going into the evening hours today. 50s and 40s overnight tonight, and we should rebound back up into the 50s, low 40s across most of Oklahoma heading into tomorrow. Okay, let's check out that 9-day forecast. After today, we dry it out. Much of the week really looks pretty good. Seasonable type weather, 40s, 50s for most days, and those morning lows 20s and 30s. Pretty decent weather for that first week of January. We'll have more details coming up right after this.